Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Morning Coffee Talks. Listen, I am a firm believer, and this is something I've talked about many times, that men actually do need therapy. But as I'm speaking to a lot of guys, man, a lot of them, I would say most of them, do don't need therapy. What they need is discipline, right? Every time a man feels lost, tired, unmotivated, the world seems to rush and say, well, hey, you need therapy, right? And listen, and again, therapy does have its place. And again, I've pushed it because I think a lot of men do have trauma and unresolved scars that needs to be brought to awareness, right? So it can help them on the process to get healed. But we can't pretend that every problem needs a diagnosis, right? Some symptoms of what men are going through, a lot of symptoms of what men are going through, is just undisciplined living, right? And that's a big thing I've talked about as well. Listen, sometimes you don't need a therapist, man. You just need a schedule, you need a standard, and you need a spine. You need to get your health back right, get your mind back right. And I want to unpack why a lot of men are feeling quote unquote off because, you know, they're living off track. And I don't believe that's a point of mental illness, right? And so, being that that's not a point of mental illness, I think that there's a confusion between feelings and conditions. And we've blurred the line between them. We've blurred the line between being unmotivated and being depressed, being undisciplined and being anxious. And I would even say we've blended the line between lacking perfect purpose and having a mental disorder. And the crazy part about it is, I think is the reason why for me would be maybe because it's easier to outsource the responsibility for change than to face it in the mirror. Listen, if you're sleeping in, you eating like trash, you skipping workouts, you watching 6 hours of these screen times, TikToks and all that, that's not pursuing purpose. You know what I'm saying? You're not mentally broken. You're just mentally sloppy. That's just what it is. And the thing about it is, there's a difference on what discipline can do for you that therapy can't. And speaking from personal experience, therapy gives you awareness, right? But discipline gives you action. And that's the big difference. Listen, again, I'm not knocking therapy, but awareness doesn't fix the problem. Therapy doesn't fix the problem, but it does bring it to the surface. Discipline and action is what starts to fix the problem. Again, one helps you talk about the problem, but the other one helps you solve it, right? Discipline puts your emotions in check. Discipline builds resilience through repetition. Discipline gives your life a rhythm, and rhythm gives your mind peace. You see how that adds up and how that works? And honest to God truth, man. Again, because I've been through therapy, and I'm in a very great place, hardcore place of discipline. And so one thing I've learned is, us as men, we thrive in structure, but we fall apart in chaos, man. We just do. When we don't have that structure in our life, and again, I spoke about this a lot. Why you need to get busy, be booked and busy. Your whole day should be planned out from hour to hour, right? From AM to PM. It should be planned out. And again, will you hit every single thing on there? You should be hitting like a 90% clip. Some days, yeah, you should hit 100%. Some days. I get it. Things come up. But the point of it is a lot of men, they default to comfort over correction. It's easier to say, well, I'm just overwhelmed, than to admit, man, you know what? I've been lazy. We seek comfort instead of correction, man. We want compassion, not accountability. But deep down, man, most men know. They know. I knew, right? It's always that conscience speaking to you. We think it's just some woo out there. No, it's speaking to you because it's real. And they know, most men, listen, that's just how we wire. We know when we're not doing what we say we'll do. But it gets easier and easier to not do it. But the easier it gets to not do it, the harder it is on you when you get, quote unquote, depressed and you're not living in your purpose. And again, that misalignment is what creates anxiety. It creates shame and frustration. So you have to heal yourself and you have to cure yourself, right? Because that's the only way you're going to return to some type of balance and some type of standards for your life. Listen, you don't need a 5 steps process to process your emotions. If you just simply got your butt up at 5 a.m., what time is it now? It's 5:25, right? In the morning, a.m. And I've been up a little bit before that. I'm just shooting a video now, right? But if you got up at 5 in the morning, worked out, ate clean, handled your business, and just followed through on your schedule, man. Listen, your confidence will fix itself. Your energy will come back. And your mood will shift. And again, I'm a living testimony of this. You know what? I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna end up shooting a video. I'm gonna clip it together when y'all see it. I'm gonna show y'all at my heaviest. This is when I first attempted social media. I was at my heaviest, man. But once I fixed myself, again, I went to therapy. Right? It brought everything I needed to know to the surface. And that's great. Right? Therapy helped bring it up out of me, right? It's like you dig a hole and bring the dirt out. But you still have to fill the hole with something more powerful, which is the discipline. Right? Listen, men, we are built to conquer, man, not to coast. Right? And I think that it's too much of this quote unquote toxic masculinity when it should be tested masculinity. The world, from my opinion, is trying to medicate what man need to master, which is discipline. So you have to know when therapy is needed, but you also have to know the difference when it comes to discipline, right? And again, I will keep preaching this. Yes, some men need therapy. Trauma is real. Depression is real. But a lot of men are self-diagnosing real problems that have a discipline-based solution. Listen, you're not quote unquote burned out. You're just distracted. I don't think that a lot of men are unhappy. I think they're undisciplined. And I think a lot of men are not in a quote unquote a funk. I think they just off their grind. I just think they have too much time. Right? If you're at a point where you need clarity, man, you have to clean up your life before you label your mind. You have to. Right? So The crazy part about it all, we're going to get out of here. Discipline is the therapy that most of us need. Just getting your life in order, man. Shout out to my uncle, R.I.P., man. R.I.P. Church, get your house in order. Discipline gets your life in order, gets your house in order. It's, even if I didn't go to therapy, right? If I had found a way to get disciplined, I think it would have cleaned itself up. But therapy helped me get me there quicker, right? So I would say this. Before you pay someone to quote unquote help you get more awareness, to help you fix your mind, fix your routine first. Before you blame depression, check your direction, man. Because sometimes the cure for what you're feeling is becoming the man you said you would be. And that's through discipline. So drop a comment below. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. Tell me what y'all think about that. And if it's your first time, subscribe to the Husband Code. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe to the Husband Code. If you got any value from this video, hit the thumbs up. And also, we're going to continuously drop videos like this all the time. So go ahead and hit that notification bell. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.